the good doctor, Gene Beavers. Our drummer is the Reverend Dale Scott. Our guest star tonight is Mr. Everett Bounds. The professor on the guitar, Mr. Joe Eiffert. We're just making our way, the only way we know how. And that's just a little bit more than the law will allow. I'm a good old boy. Oh, my mama loved me, but she don't understand. They keep a showing my hands and not my face on TV. Our host for today's program is Will, Steph Wilson, and Mark Lantero.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming out this afternoon, Bill. How are you?
Wonderful. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's going to be a wild night tonight.
I think so. I think we're in store for a lot of laughs and just maybe a few surprises.
And of course, great music. And we're thrilled to be here, and of course, thank you for tuning in.
Well, before we get too far into the show, we need to do a special thanks. Are you ready to do this with me? There's somebody this evening that isn't able to participate, but he's here in spirit. He's a good friend. We've done a lot of work together, a lot of shows. So everybody, and Will, if we take a look into the camera, I want us to do this. This is in honor of Mr. Tony Pomponio.
I'm filling in here for, of course, it's big shoes to fill, but it is my honor. Now, without further ado, let's introduce the baddest band of this side of the tracks.
So everybody, a big round of applause for Roger and the Roadhouse Rebels.
Wrangle a guitar like a cowboy can wrangle a wild stallion. His voice is smoother than a shot of whiskey, and he has the charm of the sunset over the prairies. The one, the only, Roger! All right, Roger, how long have you and the Roadhouse Rebels been together?
This iteration of the Roadhouse Rebels has been together for about a year, and we're very blessed and very thankful and grateful that we were able to go the entire off season without taking a week off. First time ever in Palm Canyon Roadhouse history.
My question to you is, how did you get started?
Right here at the world famous Palm Canyon Roadhouse. You know, I used to have horrible, terrible, awful stage fright. As a matter of fact, I used to sing in church. I used to do solos in church and barely got, for an 8:30 service, barely got to bed. I was shaking. And I'd get up there and I'd be shaking. I said, I've got to break this stage fright. So I started coming here to the open mics on Tuesday night. J.B. Burrell was hosting at the time. Jimmy Heil was hosting at the time. And they used to have me up every week to do 4 or 5 songs, that type of thing. And I got more confident and more confident and more. And Dr. Alan Ehrlich, I remember, tugged on me and he said, "Hey, I know all your songs. Do you mind if I get up with you?" I said, "Come on up." And then we had a Canadian bass player by the name of Dave Van Kampen. And he says, "I know all your stuff too. Can I come up and play the bass?" "Yes." And I got cocky and I said, "Hey, we got a drummer in the house." And right where Kevin is sitting, Kenny Carrillo raised his hand and he said, "I'm a drummer." I said, "Get over here." And that's how Roger and the Roadhouse was born.
Well, your career is a little bit more vibrant than just music. You also were in a local film, a comedy film, Hop Along Stugotz, and you were the lawyer, Slick Wilcox. How about we take a look at the clip to see what you've been doing?
I know my rights. I was only supposed to be in here 48 hours.
My mistake, scumbag. It must have been a bookkeeping error.
You ain't gonna be laughing when my lawyer gets here. I'm gonna own this town.
Hey, Sheriff. Look who's coming.
I should have known scumbags of a feather flock together.
Who are these 2 guys?
The one on the left is Slick Wilcox, and the one on the right is Billy the Kid.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Ladies. I have a habeas corpus for the release of my client.
Oh, do you now? Under what grounds?
Who is this guy, Slick? Want me to take care of him?
Calm down, Billy. We're gonna do this the legal way this time.
All right, tough guy. We're gonna play by the rules now. But if your boy Blackie doesn't play by the rules, we're gonna put him back in the slammer, along with his significant other. All right, deputy, let him out.
This should have never happened.
Nobody's seen Silvercloud for days, Blackie. Folks are saying she up and left for Austin.
Want us to bring her in, Blackie? No, I'll take care of her myself.
All right, how did you become Slick Wilcox?
Oh, that's another great question. This gentleman here and Tony, the aforementioned Tony.
Yep.
And our wonderful director, Sonny. And of course, Rocky came into the Roadhouse one night.
Yes, sir.
And we were performing. And the next day, I got a phone call from our wonderful Marianne Rojo. And she says, "Hey, can I give you Sonny's number? He's interested in having you as a character on Hop Along Stugotz." I said, "Marianne, absolutely." And when Sonny called and said, "Roger, would you be in our production?" I said, "They're gonna put me in the movie. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make them like a man that's sad and lonely. All I gotta do is act naturally." Well, I bet you I'm gonna be a big star. I might win an Oscar. You can never tell. Movies are gonna make me a big, big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. I hope you come see me in my movie, then I know you're gonna play me scene. Biggest damn fool ever hit the big time. All I gotta do is act naturally. Joy! Big star. I could win a Razzie, you can never tell. Movie's gonna make me a big, big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. I hope you come see me in my movie, then I know you're gonna play this scene. The biggest damn fool that ever hit the big time.
late Merle Haggard. So can you tell me about that story?
Wow. Yeah, so I was really small. My dad and Merle were friends. We went to visit Merle, and apparently the way it happened was, remember something about telling Dad, hey, I really got to go to the bathroom. And Merle saw me and, of course, wanted me to be on his lap. So I sat down. Well, as things go, I just went. Merle never let that go. Every time I would see him, up until the last time, which was about a year before he passed away, he would see me and somebody would go, I was with, oddly enough, Fred Willard, the actor, right? And we were standing there and waiting for Merle to come, and my dad had mentioned, hey, Merle, by the way, Joe's over there, and he looks over with the grin that Merle had and goes, you're not going to pee on my lap again, are you? So, yeah, I'm known as the kid that peed on Merle's lap, and he never let it down.
Rumor has it. Rumor at the moment. Why don't you let the audience know there's a possibility, a big possibility, that you may have something coming up in future.
November 17th, the Bakersfield Country Music Museum.
It'd be like the Hall of Fame.
Up there in Bakersfield. November 17th, I am an honoree.
Big round of applause for Joe, everybody. All right, I say we let you guys get back to some serious music. What do you think? Let's do it.
Sure. Does anybody have a song out there they want to hear?
Hey, Joe, would you please play Kansas City?
Very familiar. Have I seen you somewhere else?
If you've been around to the clubs in Palm Springs and actually Coachella Valley, chances are you've seen me in one of the 7 or 8 bands I'm in. I've got Roadhouse Rebels. If it's a Wednesday night, I'm going to be here. If it's Thursday night, I'll probably be over at Oscars with Brad Mercer and his band of Merry Men. I've got a trio that performs up at the Joshua Tree Saloon on Friday evenings. It's the Bob Garcia and the Glyphs. I've got Mojave Mojo, and that will be playing up in Giant Giant Rock Meeting Room. That's on Saturdays. So, and filling in with Dark Jordan Gregg, which is my original band, and the folks around here know him very well. And also on a project for Pride event with Charlie Brown as the local singer. So I'm going to be doing with a band with David Williams and the crew for that particular event. So yeah, the bass player's job is never done.
Do we have any requests out there?
Hey, Genius Girl, do a little Neon Moon.
history with the music industry. So tell us about that.
Well, my brother Denny, 12, had been playing guitar for quite a while at 12. And then me at 9 and my other brother Daryl at 6 decided to be a band. And then Don and David came along later, but then Dad picked up on that, became our leader and got us involved in church music, ministries through the prisons in Indiana, Kentucky, and then back out here to California.
Well, now you have a CD coming out, so tell us about that and how can we find where we can listen to that?
Well, deep in my experience of music, I felt like there was something else I needed to say, so I tried writing. And this CD is a compilation of songs that I wrote about love, the joy of love, the pain of love, the fun of love. And this CD encompasses that. And I went to Nashville, got some players to back it up, and then up in Apple Valley at a studio. And Joe helped me. Joe, I think you met him earlier, and he helped us with the arrangements of the vocals. And so we just had a lot of fun with it, and it is out right now.
Dale, ladies love it when you play Redneck Girl.
Redneck girl likes to cruise in daddy's pickup truck. And the redneck girl plays her heart when she's down on her luck. She lives on Friday afternoon. She's gonna show one cowboy how she can move. And I pray that someday I'll find me a redneck girl. And the redneck girl likes to stay out all night long. She plays sweet rock and roll while she listens to her country song. She's waiting for that moment of surrender. Hands are callous, but her heart is tender. And I pray that someday I will find me a redneck girl. Oh, baby, give me a redneck girl. Oh, Joe.
Everett Bounds, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here. You're the guest of the Roadhouse Rebels tonight.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it being here. This is great.
A young guest. A very young guest. So where are you from?
I'm originally from Lumberton, Mississippi, but I moved out here when my parents divorced. My mom's side of the family's out here, and kind of been back and forth ever since.
And how long have you been singing?
As of next month, I'll have been singing for 1 full year.
All right, everyone. Everett Bounds.
Well, that label man said, son, can you sing a little bit more clear? He said your voice might be too genuine, the song's a little too sincere. Can you sing a little more about outlaws and the way things used to be? He told me, you just worry about writing them songs, leave everything else to me. Daddy was a highwayman, but he never wrote any old country songs. Papa never stayed up raising hell till the break of dawn. But he raised a proud coal miner's daughter, and I'm proud to be her son. She told me, boy, I don't care if you hit it
big, cause you're already number one, and that's the way it goes. This day and age. Said you ain't gonna read between the lines, and you just gotta turn the page. Well, the most outlaw thing that I ever done is give a good one a ring. That's the way it goes. Life ain't fair and the world is mean. And the dog, but I swapped the truck out for a van. I'm gonna hit the road and find you in that long white line with a three-piece band. You won't hear my songs on the radio, the new songs all the rage, but you can always find me in a smoky bar, bad sound in a dim lit stage. That's the way it goes. This day and age. Said you ain't gonna read between the lines here, you just gotta turn the page. Well, the most outlaw thing that I ever done is give a good one a ring, and that's the way it goes. Life ain't fair and the world is mean, and that's the way it goes. Life ain't fair and the world is mean. Thank you.
Wow, what a night! Well, thank you everyone for joining us. It was great, and it was wonderful to get to know these talented musicians.
It was a fantastic evening. We want to thank everybody for showing up this evening. Roger and the Roadhouse Rebels, what a band, everybody.
All right, Roger, take it away!
I ain't got no cigarette.